Hello, fifth graders. If you're listening to my voice, that means that you've received your email from your teachers and you've clicked on this link right here. That link is going to take you to this video lesson, so you need to listen carefully. What we're going to do is we're going to take you on a virtual field trip. When you're done listening to me, you're going to come back to this page and you're going to click on this link right here. And it's going to take you to a page that looks like this with a bird on it, and you'll see the page building on the bottom. It's going to take a little time, but as you can hear in the background, I'm already in that virtual field trip. When you get there, you're going to come to a page that looks like this. There'll be a gentleman that's going to come over on the right side of the screen, and he's going to introduce the virtual field trip to you. Now, when he's done talking, what you want to do is you want to look at the worksheet provided, and you're going to look for these little stars. So the first one is capercaillie. It's a capercaillie bird. You're going to click on that star, and you're going to read about the capercaillie bird. Throughout the field trip, you'll see a whole bunch of other stars. You're welcome to stop and tour those things and read the information, just as you would as if you were at Sullivan's Woods reading the signposts. Now, let's get to the worksheet. On this worksheet, you can see this is the first place that you're going to stop. You're going to look at that capercaillie star and think about what the capercaillie has to eat in order to help its digestion. So we're talking about its habits in the woods, part of its lifestyle. And you're going to put your answers here in nice complete sentences. They don't have to be very long, but we like a capital letter at the beginning, a period at the end. So why do you think the capercaillie has to eat what it does to help its digestion? Then you're going to push next. You're going to come to another scene in the forest. You see a billboard sign here with an aerial photo. You're going to read about tree species on this page. And remember, this is a forest in Europe, in Great Britain. So there may be some different tree species there, but very similar to what you might see in the United States. Find the Ural owl, the star with the Ural owl, and write down what is its habitat. Habitat being one of the things that we're going to be looking at Sullivan's Woods. We'll also be looking at microhabitats, which means small habitats within the woods, different places and how they change for different organisms. So write a sentence about the habitat of the Ural owl. You can click on the poster and it'll zoom into an aerial photo of the site around this forest. You'll be able to consider the site around Sullivan's Woods as well. Think about the benefits for humans living near a forest. What are some things that we can benefit from? Or what are some negative impacts as well? You can also think about that for people living near the forest. And you'll see some of that at Sullivan's Woods next week. So write your answer here. What you want to also think about then at the same site is think about what it might have looked like 200 years ago or even 100 years ago. Many of you have background knowledge of Sullivan's Woods. What do you think it looked like there 100 years ago? And why do you think those changes happen? What has taken place over the past 200 years to change the environment and the layout of the land around this woods? Positive and negative. Now, stop and think. Use your background knowledge. Many of you have already been to Sullivan's Woods. Many of you have also been to other forest communities. Write a short narrative statement about your experience, your personal experience, using the pronoun I, maybe 3 or 4 sentences about your trip or experience in a forest community. Okay? Then, when you go back to the main view, you're going to click next, and you're going to come to this part of the forest, and there'll be a watchtower there. What you're going to look for is the viviparous lizard. Tough one to say. It has a strange adaptation to help it survive. So we'll be talking about adaptations next week at Sullivan's Woods. Think about the adaptation this lizard has to survive. Why do you think it has that adaptation? What advantage does it give it to survive in this environment? You certainly can go up and look around on the tower. That's what your next directions say, but don't stay up there too long because we have to get going on our virtual trip. Once you're back on this page after visiting the tower, you're going to click next, and you're going to come to our last part of the environment of the forest is the stream. Find the star with the common shrew. You want to look for things, other animals around the stream. How does living in a stream or near the stream make it easier to find food? How has it changed in this scene compared to the scenes you've seen so far? How does the stream add to this environment? Sullivan's Woods has a stream going through it named 8 Mile Creek. A little bit different than this one, but again, if you want to refer to Sullivan's Woods, by all means, include Sullivan's Woods in your answer. Finally, at the end here, you're going to answer these 2 questions. Did you notice any human impacts on this forest and so far that you've on the field trip? Or you can think about Sullivan's Woods or any other forest that you've been to from your narrative. How have humans impacted the forest in a positive way or a negative way, or both? Put your answer right here. Please read it over carefully. And then finally, on this virtual field trip, we'd like you to give us some feedback how this trip may have prepared you for your trip next week. Think about what you're hearing and what you're seeing, how you're looking around and digging up information. How is that going to help you next week? Because a lot of the things that you did quickly on this field trip online today is going to be similar to what we're going to make you do next week. We're going to make you use your senses to find information. Now, what's nice is if you finish this and do a nice job, you're free to use the rest of your time to go back to the forest and watch the rest of it. You're going to see a lot of human impact on this forest. The video is promoting logging and forest management. Many of you might think that's a positive thing. Some of you might consider it a negative thing, depending on your point of view. That's okay. So enjoy your virtual tour today. We hope this helps you prepare for your trip to Sullivan's Woods. Any feedback you want to provide about this trip would be great. You can put that on that last answer. Otherwise, we hope this will help you prepare for your trip next week.